Hey y'all. So when I started this artist blog, one of the things I wanted to do was to gauge my emotions during the process. I wanted to find out what they were for myself so that I could see what my patterns and what my responses to life are. That's not what I've been using the artist blog for, because I did a lot of research and it said that I need to create value for you guys. So one of the things about creating value for other people is that sometimes it means you don't create value for yourself the way that you would like to. And for me, I've been struggling. This last year, I've really been struggling. And I came along this idea really recently when I was reading Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I was actually listening to it on audiobook. And part of the process of listening to it reminded me that I can support my art versus having my art support me. And that's been something that I've always done up until I started working really hard to be a professional artist. And being a professional artist means I started demanding that my art pay for itself. And instead of recognizing how it does pay for itself as a mental health coping skill, And so I've always used art to make it in the world, and I've always used art to process through things and to find my ways in and out of stressful situations. And right now I have a lot of really big stressors on my plate. My partner and I are deciding if we're going to be going different directions, and that feels really scary to me. It's the holidays, and my mom was just in the hospital with coronary heart failure and atrial fib. And those are common diagnoses, but they're also a reminder that the people in my family only really live till they're 70. And my mom's 65, 66. And I really want her to get to have 5 more years of her life because she deserves it. She worked really hard. She worked 40 hours a week for it's been 47 years. And she's really hardcore. And she's been a social worker. She's done crisis social work and bereavement social work most recently. She does a really good job. She's a really good social worker, offering terminal and grief support care right now. And her and I have some issues about my gay and about my pagan. She kind of figured it out recently, and I've been pagan since I was 22 and I'm 32 now, so it's been 10 years, but we didn't talk about it. And my art stresses my mom out. It's also one of the things she supported the most about me. But the idea of going different directions with my partner, as well as my mom potentially dying very soon, as well as she's gonna go live with my aunt who is hardcore fundamentalist Christian, and they think I'm this big terrible black sheep. And I mean, I'm not. I'm just gay. I'm kind of pagan, And I mean, I don't really drink very much. I do sometimes, use inebriants, but mine are usually coffee and nicotine when I'm stressed. But it's just this scary big thing, on one hand it's okay to go different directions, and on the other hand, this has been my life partner for 7 years, and my last relationship with Nora ended at 7 years, and it was really hard. And I ran away, and running away was exactly what I needed, and it was beautiful. But so B is thinking about moving to North Carolina, and we're trying to figure out a way that I can start traveling around the country in an RV. But I'm still a poor person. I'm going to be making the most I've ever made, and this year I'm going to be making $25,000, which is just barely enough to live in Portland. And let's just say at 32, I have actual bills, finally. I have student loans, and I have other things. So I'm trying to find a way to interact with what I need to do in the world while also getting the support that I need through my friends and my family and people that love me. But I started therapy. I'm gonna go back in 2 weeks. She was really nice. I really liked her. She told me that I was a pretty mentally healthy person, and I had really solid coping skills and life was just life and that I had a lot of stressors going on right now. And it makes sense because I have a herniated disc and my back feels pretty weak right now. And I'm a nanny, and so I'm not going to be able to keep picking up babies any longer. And it hurts when I am picking up this baby. So by September next year, 2018, right now it's December 2017, the kiddo will be done, and he'll be in the next phase of his kiddo life, and that's gonna being in daycare. But for me, it means that my money will go away. And tattooing is good. I like tattooing. I wish that I was in a shop, and I wish that I had access to people around me that could teach me the things that I don't know, because I would learn them so good. But what it seems like right now is that I'm supposed to just keep learning by myself. And that's how it's always been for me. I wish it was different, but it seems to be how it ends up being. I have a lot of support and a lot of people who care about me, and I'm really grateful for those people. And at the same time, I have a lot of feelings, and those feelings have to be managed in a way that works. And the way that works is by making art. And so, yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm struggling right now, and I'm making a record of this for myself. I mean, if it helps you, that's awesome. But if I'm creating value for you, I'm going to be creating it in tutorials and in photographs and in reminders that the world is beautiful. But the artist vlog needs to be for me. I just need to feel like we die early in my family, and we don't necessarily blaze very bright, so sometimes we don't even get the blaze. Sometimes we just die. And yeah, I don't want to die without at least acknowledging that I was here, you know? And so that's really what it comes down to. I want to acknowledge that I was here. You know, I love being alive. It's one of my favorite things, and we each get to be alive in our own way. And I want my way to be alive. So, yeah. So I hope your holidays were good, because I'm not going to be posting this until after the new year. And I hope that I'm in a better space. But, yeah. I love you. I love me. I love my mom, and I love my partner. I love my sister, and I love Nora, and I love Ninja, and I love Melinda and Haley. You guys are really great.